Hello friends, 40 here from LucidMix.com with another Mix Tricks video for you. Today I want to show you how you can add body to your snare by firstly applying a classic EQ cut that I use on most of the instruments in my mix, supplemented by an EQ boost. I'm going to play the drum tracks and then show you the two EQ moves that I apply to get that snare to hit you in the sternum with a sledgehammer. So my snare sounds a little on the thin side. Looking at the tracks, you'll notice that I've got a mic on the top snare and a mic on the bottom of the snare. So I'm going to solo each, and then I'm going to apply what I think it needs to get this snare poking my rib cage. Let's look at the snare top in isolation first. On this track, I've got the Neve 88 RS console emulation from UAD. This is actually my go-to console for drums, simply because I get that harmonic distortion that's so musical and responds so well to drums. Firstly, I'm going to apply a high-pass filter. I'll bring that around until I start to hear the snare lose some of its characteristics and then roll it back. Okay, so I know usually around 60 or 80 hertz the snare will start to lose some of its characteristics, and lo and behold, I've ended up around 70 hertz. Also, with this particular console EQ, when applying a high-pass filter, I think I get a bump at the cut point. And what I mean by that is instead of it just rolling off like a shelf, there's a slight corner, if you like, where the cut is applied. I'm going to pop it in and out and see if you can hear. Now, you have to be listening on good quality headphones or a good quality monitoring system because this is very subtle. As I say, subtle, but mixing's all about multiples of subtleties. But the amazing thing is that even though I'm cutting the low frequencies, I can hear that I'm getting a little more warmth in that track. Now, next I want to look at adding my EQ boost that I mentioned to warm up the snare further. As you can see, I've ended up with a 6 dB gain addition to the 200 hertz range. Just like a male vocal, the snare does normally respond between the 200 250 hertz range to warming up. Anything lower, around about 350, you're just going to start to get a little bit woolly, and I don't like that at all. So next, I want to move on to the snare bottom. Now, you can usually leave these alone. A lot of people do. Just applying the high-pass filter, but I'm going to do the same thing. I want to add a bit of EQ too. Okay, now I'm going to play both of those together. I'm going to pop the EQ in and out. And without. And then in the mix. I'll start with it out first. Hopefully you'll get something out of that and be able to add warmth to your snare if it's lacking in the punch that you need to hit you in the chest. That's pretty much all I've got time for today, friends, but I'll be back next week with more mix tricks. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a trick, and of course, if you've got any questions whatsoever, just leave a comment below or email me at lucidmix.com. Have a great day. Cheers.